Hello everyone, and welcome to Tommy Talks Arsenal, where you've guessed it, Tommy talks Arsenal, Fantasy Premier League and everything in between. Thank you for joining me, I hope you enjoy the show, and without further ado, let's go! Hello everyone, it's a really quick video today. I'll assess my favourite wildcard options from Arsenal before running through a couple of drafts. I hope you enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, let's get on with it. A new arrival this summer, Kai Havertz started 30 games for Chelsea last season, returning 102 points with 7 goals and 1 assist. He underperformed and was often played out of position. In pre-season, he is advanced and dangerous, with 2 goals in his first 3 appearances. There's a risk of rotation as he finds his place in the team, but as a wildcard option, he's someone to consider. At 7.5 million and with just 5.2% ownership, there's differential potential from the German forward. If he delivers against City in the Community Shield, heads will be turned by Super Kai. Next on the list is a man from Belgium. He came from Brighton, Leandro Trossard. Our January signing from Brighton, Leandro Trossard is a reliable performer. Last season he delivered 154 points from just 26 starts, scoring 8 goals and supplying 13 assists. A man in form with 3 pre-season goals, he's fighting hard for his place in the team. Rotation worries are obviously an issue, and at £7 million he's a risky addition to your team. With just 3.7% ownership, you'd have to be brave to back the Belgian. He's one to watch, but probably avoid in game week 1. To summarise, Havertz and Trossard are my favourite differentials at Arsenal. Both have scored goals in pre-season and are fighting for their place in the team. Over the first 3 fixtures, Havertz is predicted to score 12.2 points, with Trossard further behind on 8.2 points. They're interesting options and worth consideration. If I was going to select one of them, it would have to be Havertz. I believe his place in the team will be safer moving forward. At 7.5 million, he could provide value in midfield. Right, it's time to look at a couple of drafts, starting with the optimal lineup for game week 1. Okay guys, here's another draft. It's set up in a 3-5-2 formation. We have Ederson in goal, Ederson in goal. He's a popular troll from last season, but he's there for City coverage with a great opening fixtures. In defence, we have Estupinan for the Brighton coverage, highly owned, 50% ownership already, crazy for a Brighton defender, but with opening fixture against Luton, he's there for that game. The first 3 look great, and then I'll probably have to move him on. In defence with him, we've got Gabriel, so Arsenal defender, really threatening from set pieces. He's up against some teams who struggle in the air, so an early haul wouldn't surprise me. £5 million, possibly underpriced, and yeah, he's a template pick this season, isn't he? Joining him is John Stones, so double City defence. Really interesting, not many people will go for it, but yeah, like I touched upon already, their opening fixtures look great, and basically we'll double up, get the points in early, hopefully little rotation at the start of the season, and fingers crossed he gets the starts. In midfield we have Mbeumo, Mitoma, Saka, Rashford and Fernandes. Mbeumo and Saka and Fernandes possibly all on penalties, so yeah, quite interested in all of them. If Fernandes is worth 8.5 million, then Rashford surely is worth 9. Really attacking fixtures for the first few games. I like it. Saka on penalties, he's missed one in pre-season, he missed one at the back end of last season, so it'll be interesting to see if he actually retains that position as the penalty taker for Arsenal. Fingers crossed he does, because obviously if they're not in his locker, it detracts a little bit from his overall worth in the team. Yeah. Well, Mitoma's there to cover Brighton's attack. I think he's their safest asset. They've got lovely opening fixtures. I've got him in there. He's fairly locked on the left-hand side. The other players that I'd consider from Brighton are all a little bit rotation risks, which does put me off. The front two is fairly template. I've got Haaland with Jesus. Both players are there for the great fixtures early doors. Jesus can be downgraded if I need to upgrade some other positions, need some funds. We've got a Watkins, we've got a Wilson, we've got the Chelsea boys to look at when their fixtures turn. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Happy to have Jesus in the team. Forest for game week 1 looks prime for points. On the bench there's Hennessy, Shah, Pinnock and Archer. Having a playing bench, so it lets me rotate the difficult fixtures for Estupiñán and Gabriel when we move along in the season. Interesting, it's nice to have a bit of strength in depth, the optimal lineup, and it's predicted to score 63 points in game week 1. Interesting squad to consider, and certainly something that I like the look of. Okay, so let's have a look at another draft, my Tottenham draft. You'll see why in a second. Okay, let's go. Right then, here's my second draft, the Tottenham draft for obvious reasons. In goal we've got Ramsdale. Yep, I like Ramsdale as an option, nailed in defence. We're not going to have any rotation worries, which is obviously something to consider when looking at maybe a Timber or Zinchenko at Arsenal. I wouldn't go for them guys, they're far too rotation worries. Not in my team, no thank you, not game week 1. We've got Estupiñán, obviously touched upon him in the other video. He's highly owned, I'm not going to bet against him. Stones again, City coverage. Then in comes Luke Shaw. We've got Man United coverage. He's basically nailed in the team. Little bit of attacking threat, decent opening fixtures, especially the home games. So I'll have him in there for the United coverage. Not too bad a player, fairly highly owned, know what to get, like it. In midfield it gets a bit crazy to be honest with you. I've got Richarlison, Mitoma, Saka, Rashford and Son. Now I haven't seen Son in many drafts. He's an interesting option. We know what he can do when he's in form. Last season he had an injury, playing through it, wasn't up to speed, but this season that's all sorted out. Maybe he'll hit the ground running, new manager, new tactics, quite forward thinking. Him and Richarlison's an interesting punt. If Kane leaves, maybe he's on penalties, maybe he's leading the line. Quite interesting, 7 million, really affordable. So yeah, it's a punty draft. Those midfield players, Son and Richarlison, joining Mitoma, Saka and Rashford, make the draft a little bit spicy. Probably a risky draft to go from the off, but if you like to take a punt, if you like the differentials, I don't see anything wrong with it. Up top we stick with the same two players, Jesus and Haaland. Nothing to really say about them that I haven't already said. Locked in the team, ready for the off, hopefully they'll score well, quite like it. On the bench we've got Areola, Henry, and Pebble. Nothing really of interest. Hopefully Areola will get some minutes. Fabianski's getting on, isn't he? So fingers crossed Areola takes his place in the team. Henry, he's not playing for Arsenal. Henry's there for a bit of Brentford coverage. He can come in when the fixtures swing for the defenders in my team. So when Estupiñán has a difficult fixture in game week 4, he can come out, Henry can come in, and yeah, it just saves me a transfer down the line. Predicted to score 60 points in game week 1. It's a risky team admittedly, but it's something fun and I don't mind having a look at it. So that's it. Basically, a Tottenham draft, full of fun, full of risk. Don't know if you'd really go for it, but it's something to consider and that's why I've included it. Thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll keep running through some funny drafts as the season approaches. Keep on pulling out the differentials, options to consider from Arsenal. Hopefully you enjoy it. And I'll see you soon for more Tommy Talks Arsenal. Thanks everyone.